Some people say he was possessed by a demon or was a skinwalker. What do you think?
When James Rankin, an active hiker, visited the Berkeley-Jackson County Park in Huntington, New York, he did not expect to see what he found there. A lot of missing persons signs were attached to trees, and there was also a cage made of sticks that could symbolize something shocking.
What the going on in here?
Rankin thought he could be in the place of an active serial killer from the Long Island area. However, the police did not find any evidence for that kind of thing. What the police have found out is that an owner of the land had prepared the setting for a Halloween party. This could be a reason for so many missing persons around the forest, but Rankin did not believe this was the setting for the party. He believed the people were used to making something more serious. It might be a land for a serial killer or a settlement for some bad joke. What we know is that this is pretty shocking to see in the forest. Since Russia attacked Ukraine, the devastating bombing has not stopped. Kremenna is a city in Severodonetsk Rayon, Luhansk Oblast, eastern Ukraine, and it's been a constant place of Russian invasion. In this footage, you can see the Kremenna forest with illuminating shells. If you were about to think about some lightning spectacle, you would not believe it was a devastating bombing attack. The illuminations go all over the forest, and it shows how Russians use their special weapons to destroy Ukrainian places. The results of war are horrible, and we can see how armed forces can change the scenery for the worse. The frightening scenes in this footage are truly disturbing. You can see a full forest of horrible creatures. A deer screams, and the next moment it is eaten by the worms and snakes. The video is so realistic that it turns your head away. However, you cannot stop watching. We can see many deer and poor animals that disappear in the terror of the woods. They are eaten up and disappear easily. A scary scenery and realistic video editing makes this video a true gem in terms of horror and creepiness. What makes this video disturbing is that animals were destroyed horrifically in a matter of seconds. If you found yourself in such woods at night, it would definitely be a life-remembering experience. This footage shows us more about some unknown creatures in the woods. This footage shows that we are not always alone when we're in the forests at night. This kind of creature could be a Sasquatch, a vampire, or an animal that tried to escape. We still do not know what or who is on the camera. However, the creepiness of this footage is obvious, and we definitely do not want to meet with this creature at night. The creature might have 2 legs and 2 arms, and it might be a human being. It moves incredibly fast, and the zoomed camera took footage that is still unexplainable. It might be a demonized person who has just escaped death, or it is a ghost moving fast in the forest. We still do not know anything about it. A ride with a bicycle in the woods could be really terrifying. In this video, you could see a kid riding his bike in the woods. Hey. His ride was peaceful until an unwanted animal came to get him. A huge bear was approaching the kid, intending to hurt him. His pose was life-threatening, and the bear could really hurt the kid. However, the boy was smart enough to escape the unpleasant situation. He raised his bike, intending to look bigger. He pulls the bike up in the air and puts it down bombastically. Hey! This kind of sound frightened the bear and made him run away. Fortunately, the bear did not hurt the kid, but his life was truly endangered. Next time he thinks about riding a bike in the woods, he will probably think twice. Walking through the forests at night could lead to some terrifying experiences. In this footage, you can see how dangerous it might be walking in the woods at night. A camera captured some scary screaming that was obviously happening around the person carrying the camera. The screams are so loud and horrifying that nobody can be calm here. The video is long enough to capture a few bad screams, and the source of these screams remains unrevealed. We still do not know who is behind the screams and what caused them. Whatever it was more than disturbing for a person carrying a camera in these woods. This video caught a truly disturbing moment where you can see a person or some kind of undefined creature crawling in the woods. The footage may be used for a good horror movie where people become demons or skinwalkers. Some people believe that the person was possessed by a demon, but we still do not know how this person came crawling out of the woods. He was loud, shirtless, and scary. At the same time, he had his own direction and came out of the woods with incredible speed. We still do not know who this creature was and how he came to the woods. It is unknown. What we can see is that sometimes a casual walk in the forest can become a true nightmare. This dash camera footage reminds us of one of the most devastating wildfires in Tennessee. It was in 2016 when it happened. The 2016 Great Smoky Mountains wildfires, also known as the Gatlinburg wildfires, were devastating for the wildlife and also for the local communities. In this footage, you can see a group of brave people in a car driving through the scary woods. The fire's all around them, and they put their lives in danger. This wildfire destroyed more than 2,460 buildings and caused 14 deaths. At the same time, the burned area spread over 17,900 acres. This kind of destruction was life-threatening for many people, including the people from the video. This footage shows how terrifying it would be to be lost in the woods, alone, lost, and frightened. This happened to a young boy who was the subject of a police search and rescue. He spent some time alone in the woods, and it certainly was a hard experience. You can see on a video how police officers run to a child with great enthusiasm. The running route was not easy, taking into consideration that the terrain was difficult. However, the experienced police officers knew what to do. They called the boy and ran fast to him. In the end, everything was okay. The officers hugged the boy, and his horror was over. He had luck this time. In some other situations, the woods could become a dangerous place. It's good to see his exultation when officers found him. A night in the forest can be truly terrifying. It was a strange experience for a few residents of northern Oregon who found the report that something strange was happening in the nearby woods. A strange sound was coming from the forest, and they were outside to check it out. What they recorded was more than unusual. The sound of a creepy laugh was coming from the forest, and they could not believe what they witnessed. This might be an animal, or a werewolf, or a vampire, or some demonized creature, who knows? What we know is the video is creepy enough to be on this list of the most disturbing forest findings caught on camera. You can also see a strange creature standing on the hill. It's covered in white, but we still do not know who or what was delivering such an awful sound. It might be a secret we will never reveal. You find our video interesting? Do you have some creepy experience you want to share with us? If you find our video exciting, feel free to share, comment, like, and subscribe. We are thrilled to see you next time.